problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't happen the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but...
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Shipkins to begin the drive. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. That's caught by Chris Olave. And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 43.
10 black. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Check steal. Ready. Check cut.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43.
Here we go. 40.
They are throwing it again. Flush down now to his left. Now here he goes. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Down. Black 40. Ready.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
10. Black Ultra. Set.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
I think they'll be grateful when it's all said and done to come away with 3 points right there, Kate, considering where that drive started. And you know what else? That adds some confidence for the kicker to kick it from that distance.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Steady, right?
Give now to the running back. Still has some space inside the 35. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull ahead 6-3 in the first.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Trujillo ends on the point after. And the Commanders one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Right, here we go. Set. Black. 90. Cut.
They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's a Browns 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready?
Throwing now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Let's go now. Set. Go.
Judkins running between the tackles. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st down, play action. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Blaster. 6. Come on. Set. 33. Ready?
From the red zone on 1st. Forced out to his right. Catch made. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns hold a slim 2-point lead early. Chris Olave with the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 3. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Hand off to the back. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
Daniels back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to try another deep one here. Brought in inside the 20. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panthers 60, Panthers.
From the red zone now. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Daniels is going to throw again. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Hut.
Handoff heading left. It's Judkins. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
I'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's tackled for no gain. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 14-10 our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. It's Nick Scorton there on the play.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Let's go. Hey, check that. Street.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready? 60 Eagles.
Daniels setting up the play action. Buying some time right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Strike. Check. Let's go. Fist fight.
Airing it out to start this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Looking to throw again on second down. All in left side. And he'll go down here at the 16.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Six yards to go here. It's third down.
Hey, check mega. Ready, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Check, huh?
They'll throw. Third and long. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Unlock line. Ready.
Now give left side. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Get it? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther.
Line up the design keeper. And 2 yards is all he's going to get for Boyce Count. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third and short, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down. So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. The punt heads towards the sideline. Not returnable. Well done. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Offensive line. Here we go. Airing it out to start this drive. They connect on the deep shot. 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns take the lead on the first play of the drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. And sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 6.
Browns 20, Commanders 14.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's White on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Ready? 70,
From the gun, here's a handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Short pass brought in. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
It's a gain of 6.
After plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Third down, 1 yard to go.
60 Bison, 60 70 line. Alert, alert, go.
And drawn up here for Daniels. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Cut 19, cut 19.
On first down, here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second down and 10, Daniels. That one's complete, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Deputy, Bronco League, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line.
That's good. For Commanders, first down.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Unlock line.
Here's the handoff. Gets it to the 15. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get a late score and tie it before the half.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take the lead on that successful kick. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Down. Up yellow. 22.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. Ready.
We'll air it out on 3rd. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Down. Rock roll 80. Roll. Go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
A designed run. Daniels will keep it. And they only get a couple when they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. So as they face 4th down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Starts his return from the 23. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Kane Madrano makes the play. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Traveler, here we go. Hey, 60 Eagles.
Receiver in motion, going left. This one left for Daniels. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Get it. Viking 18.
White comes in motion left. Daniels on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can do a lot worse than a quick little shuffle give sometimes. I like that play. That shuffle pass just keeps the defense honest, keeps them guessing a little bit. Normally goes for positive yardage, and sometimes you're even able to surprise that defense entirely.
Ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
19 Tiger. Go check.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Has the first and breaks through midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Dandy Lions. The Eagles. Go.
Design quarterback run here. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Getting out to his left. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied. They responded. And they forced a 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fields this one at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. And he goes out of bounds, short at the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
In the pistol, here's Junkins. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Another game to Judkins. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Third down run from Judkins. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Browns grab the lead on their first series of the half. Rock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther Street, Panther Street.
3rd and long for Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. They said with that sack in mind, Brock, we all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Play fake here, Daniels. And the Browns get there and take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Empty backfield, 5 guys out wide for third and long.
60, Bronco 80. Roll, go.
This one set up for Daniels. And they track him down just in time. They gave up 9, but they stop him just a little bit shy of that marker.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Oh, and they fake it. This is caught. And the fake works to perfection. First down.
Certainly not afraid to get aggressive when the situation calls for it. Cut the coverage unit sleeping and burn them with a surprise play.
First and 10 from the 32.
Lions. 60 Eagles.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's second down coming up.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Ready. 19. Ready.
To throw again on second down. Daniels. And they get to him again. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Okay, smash. 18, pioneer.
Here he goes, third and long. Finds the in route, complete. And this one won't get there. Looks good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late.
Ready.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Come on. Hit. Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Cougar 19.
Desperation time here. He's got White, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now that was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Go, Rig, go.
One drawn up here for Daniels. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Hey, smash Bronco.
They kick the running back in motion.
Ready.
A designed run. Daniels will keep it. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
That's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
This one left for Daniels. And this is going to wind up short. The defense all over that run. They only let him get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Here we go.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks. It may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
Ready, right?
This one set up for Daniels. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt. Ready?
We're drawn up here for Daniels. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, we got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
70 Lions. 70
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Needing 9 now on this 3rd down, thanks to that false start penalty.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got it. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Big moment here as Maddox Trujillo comes on. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. Kicked well, and this is good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, it's the same as all his teammates out there. We're about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the double.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Viking, 8-6.
First play's a design run. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Down. Set.
The give. Here's Judkins. He is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. Throwing the out route, complete. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Handoff now to Judkins. Oh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Black shot. Let's go now. Ready?
Now to throw. Kese's made in close. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey! 70, get the look.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Cook a nice crap goal, 80.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. You draw it up for him. Breaks the tackle. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I know these aren't characterized as hidden yards. Right, Kate? Those are usually the special teams area that don't show up on the stat sheet. But to me, these are the hidden yards, the bonus yards that you gain when you make that kind of effort to break that kind of tackle.
He'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 60.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cowboy 80.
Design run. Daniels will keep it. And they stop him after he picks up about 5. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Panther 6.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. Makes a taken down, but he's got it to the 29. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look.
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give, cause that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club, full of my mind.